Hey everybody, welcome to my AirPods Pro user guide and tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up, use, and even personalize your AirPods Pro. The AirPods Pro and non-Pro AirPods are really quite similar in some respects, but there are some differences, so not everything in this guide will apply to the regular AirPods. If you have non-Pro AirPods, such as the original or early 2019 version, you can check out my AirPods user guide and tutorial using the iCard above. I'll also leave a link in the description below. Now that that's out of the way, let's get to it. AirPods Pro are really easy to set up. Just like the regular ones, you just open them up close to your iPhone and follow the on-screen instructions to set them up. You can pair or set up the AirPods Pro easily on your iPhone, Apple Watch, iPad, Mac, or even Apple TV. Once they're set up with one of your Apple devices, they will be automatically available within minutes to use with all of your other Apple devices that share the same Apple ID. To set them up with your iPhone, make sure Bluetooth is turned on. Run the Settings app and tap Bluetooth to double check that the switch is turned on. Once you're sure Bluetooth is on, open your AirPods close to your iPhone. The setup animation will appear on your iPhone. Tap Connect and read the next 3 screens to learn more about your AirPods Pro, and then press Done. Now they're set up and ready to use. One of the defining Pro features of the AirPods Pro is the noise cancellation feature. To accomplish this task, the AirPods Pro use both active and passive noise cancellation techniques. The passive noise cancellation is accomplished through the use of the silicone ear tips. They come with 3 sizes: small, medium, and large. The default size attached to the AirPods Pro when you take them out of the box is medium. The small and large are packaged separately in the box. If you need to change the silicone tips, it's really quite simple. Hold the AirPod with one hand and gently pull the silicone tip with the other to snap it off. To put a tip on, just line up the base of the tip with the AirPods and push in place. It will make a little snapping sound when it's locked in place. The ear tips should make a good seal with your ear canal. When the fit is right, you experience better noise cancellation, and music should have more of a rich bass sound. Try inserting the AirPods with the medium-sized ear tips in your ears so that the AirPods are seated comfortably and securely. If you can't get a good seal, try adjusting the AirPod or switch to a larger ear tip. If the ear tip feels too large in your ear or is uncomfortable, try a smaller ear tip. Personally, I found I had to use the smaller ear tips, but everyone will likely be a bit different. It's okay if you have to use different size ear tips on each side. What's important is that you get a comfortable fit that seals your ears. Once you've found what feels like the right fit, the next step is to run the included ear tip fit test to make sure you have the right fit and seal. Make sure you're wearing your AirPods Pro and they are connected to your iPhone. On your iPhone, open the Settings app and choose Bluetooth. Then choose the circled I button for your AirPods Pro to access the AirPods Pro menu. Scroll down and tap Ear Tip Fit Test. You'll next get a screen that briefly explains the purpose of this test and the benefits of having the correct fit. Tap Continue at the bottom and you'll be presented with the test screen. Now press the play button at the bottom to run the test. Sometimes I find I have to adjust the AirPods Pro positioning in my ears a couple of times to pass the test. During your first use, you may even find you'll need to change the size of the tips you're using. Feel free to use the test as much as needed until you find the right balance between comfort, fit, and tip size. Once the test is passed, then you know you've got the right fit for the best sound quality. Now that the AirPods Pro are set up, let's go over the default user settings and how to use them. The controls for the AirPods Pro are different than the regular AirPods, as there are no tap controls. Instead, they have a force sensor you squeeze on either AirPod Pro to control the various options. To play, pause, or answer a phone call, press or squeeze once. Press or squeeze twice for the next track, 3 times for the previous track. If you press and hold the force sensor for a couple of seconds, they cycle through the noise cancellation options every time you do this. Active or transparency mode. We'll discuss these in more detail shortly. To change the volume of your AirPods Pro, Apple recommends using Siri. You can say something like, "Hey Siri, turn up the volume." Or, "Hey Siri, change the volume to 60%. Just like on the AirPods 2 or 2019 version of the regular AirPods that came out this year. The AirPods Pro has hands-free Siri, so you don't have to press anything to use Siri. You just have to have data access, which isn't always happening if you're on the subway or in a remote location with poor signal. You can of course also adjust the volume on your iPhone using the volume buttons. The volume control in the media app you're using, such as Apple Music, or Control Center of course. Speaking of Control Center, it happens to be one of the best ways to adjust the noise cancellation options. While in Control Center, 3D press or long press the volume slider and you'll get the expanded volume control screen for your AirPods Pro, with the 3 noise cancellation options at the bottom. You can choose noise cancellation, off, or transparency. You can switch between them depending on how much of your surroundings you want to hear. So what's the difference between the different modes? With active noise cancellation, an outward-facing microphone detects external sounds, which your AirPods Pro then counter with anti-noise, canceling the external sounds before you hear them. An inward-facing microphone listens inside your ear for unwanted internal sounds, which your AirPods Pro also counter with anti-noise. Transparency mode lets outside sound in, so you can hear what's going on around you. Active noise cancellation and transparency mode work best when your AirPods Pro fit well. It's the big reason you need to make sure you pass that ear fit test. If not, then these features don't really work well. I find I use transparency mode the most, as I want to hear what's happening around me most of the time when I'm using them. But the noise cancellation mode is really great to use on the subway or really loud environments. I was quite surprised the noise cancellation worked as well as it did since the AirPods Pro are so small. If you have an Apple Watch, you can also adjust both the volume and noise cancellation mode from the Now Playing app. You can use the digital crown to adjust the volume, and to adjust the noise cancellation mode, just tap the audio output button and you'll get the same options that are available on your iPhone, above the list of available audio output devices. I find this really handy at the gym or when I'm out and about, so I don't have to pull my phone out of my pocket. You could even adjust the noise control when you're using AirPods Pro with your Mac. Just make sure the AirPods Pro are connected to your Mac and click the volume control in the menu bar. Then choose your AirPods Pro to get the noise control menu to choose between the three options. The AirPods Pro can be personalized in similar ways to regular AirPods. You can rename, modify the press and hold control option a little, and customize some default behaviors. To modify or personalize these settings, make sure you're wearing your AirPods Pro and that they are connected to your iPhone. The easiest way to accomplish this is to put them on and listen to some music. Once the music is on, go to the Settings app on your iPhone, choose Bluetooth, then tap the circled I button beside your AirPods Pro. This brings you to the AirPods Pro menu. In this menu, you can disconnect the AirPods Pro or even uninstall or unpair them using the Forget This Device button near the top if needed. Next, you have the option to rename your AirPods Pro, just like you can with regular AirPods. To rename, just tap the Name section and then you'll be brought to the Rename window where you can either press the X on the right to blank out what's there and type from scratch, or you can edit what's there with the keyboard. Once you've made the desired change, press the Done button on the keyboard. Next, you have the noise control. This lets you change the level of noise cancellation, just like from Control Center, which I feel is a more convenient way to control this feature. But if you're having an issue with the controls from Control Center, you can also come to this menu to make changes as well. Then you have the press and hold AirPods button customization. You can modify both the left and right individually. When you choose a side, you'll have the option to either have it activate Siri or cycle through the noise control features. Below, you can customize which noise control features are available to cycle through when you press and hold. The next feature in the AirPods Pro menu is the ear tip fit test that we ran earlier to make sure you have a good fit and seal in your ear. Feel free to run this test whenever you're not sure if they're in your ears properly. I kind of wish there was an easier way or a shortcut to run this test, as I have been using it often. Next, you can control whether automatic ear detection is turned on or off. Automatic ear detection is a feature that pauses your music when you remove one AirPod Pro from your ear. If you don't like this feature, or have a usage case where this feature gets in the way, you can turn it off here. But for most people, I'd recommend leaving it on for convenience. And finally, you have the microphone control that lets you choose a specific microphone, left, right, or auto, for the AirPods to use when you're using them to talk on the phone or using the mic with another app. I'd recommend leaving it on auto. This way you're most likely to get the best audio pickup from the AirPods, as they will switch to whichever one has the best and strongest audio. So that was the AirPods Pro menu. Most of these settings are set and forget, so to speak, but it's always nice to know how to personalize them for your needs. Determining the battery level of your AirPods Pro is exactly the same as regular AirPods. The battery level appears in the audio output window when they're in use. Additionally, you can also get a more detailed battery level using the batteries widget from Today View. If you don't have this widget, simply go to the Today View by swiping left from your home screen. Then, in the Today View, scroll to the bottom and tap Edit. This will bring you to the Add Widget screen. Scroll through and find the batteries widget on the list. Then tap the green plus button beside it to add the widget. While you're here, you can also change the order the widgets appear in on the Today View screen by pressing and holding the hamburger-like button on the far right of each widget, and then slide the selected widget up or down the list to change the order they appear in. Once added, you'll be able to see the battery level on your AirPods Pro and any other compatible devices like an Apple Watch or other supported headphones. When you're not wearing the AirPods Pro, you can also check the battery level by bringing them close to your iPhone and opening the case. This will bring up the battery card in the bottom third of the screen, showing you the battery level of the AirPods Pro and the case. You can also check the battery level from other Apple devices as well. If you have an Apple Watch, you can use the battery complication while they're connected to your Apple Watch or your iPhone. On the Apple Watch, just tap the complication from your watch face and the AirPods Pro battery status will appear beneath the watch battery status at the bottom of the screen. On your Mac, you can check the battery status when connected and in use by going to the Bluetooth icon in the menu bar and hovering over the AirPods Pro in the menu. And lastly, if you'd like to get a basic idea about the battery level without a device present, you can just open the case and look at the color of the status light. If your AirPods are in the case and the lid is open, then the light shows the charge status of your AirPods. When your AirPods aren't in your case, the light shows the status of your case. Green means fully charged, and amber means less than one full charge remains. Charging your AirPods Pro is really quite simple too. You can charge the AirPods Pro with any Qi certified charging mat. Be sure to place the AirPods Pro case on the charger with the status light facing up and with the lid closed. The status light should show the current charge level for 8 seconds. You can tap the case when it's on the charging mat to see whether your AirPods Pro are charging, which is the amber light, or are fully charged, the green light. To charge your AirPods Pro via a wired connection, plug the lightning cable that came with your AirPods into the lightning connector on your case. You can use a lightning to USB-C cable or a lightning to USB cable. Then plug the other end of the cable into a USB charger or port. You can charge your case with or without your AirPods inside. Charging is fastest when you use an iPhone or iPad USB charger or plug into your Mac. When the AirPods Pro case is fully charged, you should get roughly 24 hours of listening time or 18 hours of talk time. The AirPods Pro themselves should provide approximately 4.5 hours of listening time or 3.5 hours of talk time per charge. When you charge your AirPods Pro for at least 5 minutes, you should get about 1 hour of listening or talk time from them. The AirPods Pro can be connected to any device that's compatible with Bluetooth headphones, so you can of course connect them to your Apple Watch, Mac, or Apple TV. But you can also connect them to any Windows computer or Android phone or tablet that supports Bluetooth headphones. You just lose some of the more advanced features, such as personalization and the ear tip fit test, but the noise cancellation still works as well as all the default force sensor controls. Connecting them to your Windows computer or Android device is the same as doing so with regular AirPods. If you'd like to learn how to do that, check out my videos, How to Set Up AirPods on Windows 10 Computer, or AirPods with Android. I'll leave links in the description below. Connecting AirPods Pro to your other Apple devices once they're set up with your iPhone is really simple. First, put them in your ears when connecting to any device. On the Apple Watch, go to Control Center by swiping up on your main watch face and tap the Audio Output button. Then choose your AirPods Pro. On your Mac, choose the Bluetooth option on the menu bar, go to your AirPods Pro, and click Connect. You could even create a shortcut to connect your AirPods Pro the same as with regular AirPods. Check out my video with the iCard above. Connect AirPods to your Mac with a single click, if you'd like to learn how to do that. I'll work on a special icon for AirPods Pro in the near future to make that better. The AirPods Pro are a really cool evolution of the AirPods. Hopefully this guide answers all your questions about how to control them. If there's something I didn't cover or you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments below. If there's enough of them, I'll do a follow-up video to this guide. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And while you're down there, don't forget to ring that bell and subscribe to the channel for more tech videos, including tech how-tos, every week. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.